Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jalen Dolls, of course, and this is Jalen Unplugged. Today we're going to be trading gold once again, and today is December 4th, 6:33 is the time. So let's go ahead and jump right on these charts. Let's go. All right. So weekly looks like we have some bearish momentum still, or it looks like it's about to flip back. It's kind of on that weird spot, making a bit of a lower high, but it can always continue down as well. As you see here, we got bearish momentum, tried to come back up and then push back down. So it's kind of at that little spot where it could be making a lower high or it can continue back up. So we are going to be on the lookout for that because it's also still on a slight uptrend, if you can see there. Oh, that kind of looks better like that. I take that one. Yeah. So we're on a slight uptrend. So let's see. So we could be flipping back bullish. We do have a gap that has not been filled. Honestly, I don't want to start anything yet. We are going to come back a little later because it's just at a weird spot right now where it can do whatever the fuck it really wants to. Because it could continue down, it could break and continue back down, or it could be using this as a support and pushing up for the rest of the day. So I kind of want to wait because we also got a lot of gaps to fill. So we're going to wait. But I do want to go over yesterday because yesterday was 8 o'clock right here. Let me turn on my kill zone. Okay, so yesterday would have been a great day to trade because the trade for yesterday definitely won. I don't think it went for a 1 to 3, but it definitely won. If we would have taken this right here, bam, take the trade once it hits the box, I definitely would have just took the entire box. So it wouldn't have went for 1 to 3, but I would have probably moved my stops to 1 to 2. Once I seen we couldn't get the 1 to 3, I would have moved it down to 1 to 2. And we would have came back for a slight retracement, and then bam, would have went through it. So yesterday would have been a W trade as well. Okay, guys, so we're on a 30, and we're getting a push down. As you can see here on the 5-minute, we finally broke out of this consolidation zone that we were in. It is early. It's 7 o'clock. So no telling what it's trying to do. I don't know if we're going to be taking sells yet just because it's a little early for this drop to be happening. But yeah, so we're currently just waiting to see what's going on with the market because it could come down here and then make a buy setup and then we take buys for the rest of the day. Because as of now, we are in a downtrend. Like so. So we're in a downtrend at this very moment. So we're waiting to see what how the 30-minute wants to close. If it closed bearish, then we're probably gonna take sells today. But if it comes into this zone here and then sets up a buy, then we'll be looking for buys today. So we're just waiting to see what the market wants to do. Yeah, pretty simple price action. So we're just really watching is just how the price is moving. All right, guys. So at this moment, the only setup I see is this one here. And I kind of do like it because it's coming out of the consolidation. It's breaking it. So we had a false break here, which was the indication. And then it took out anyone that takes breakout trades. And now it is actually making that move. And even on 15, it makes sense for us to sell off from here because we just tapped into this up here. So I like this trade, and it just makes sense. Like we have the higher high up here, and well, the lower high up here because it didn't break this high. So we had a lower high, and then break down with the correction. A buy would have been cool because it would have took out these, but the sell off is also okay because we have we could target down here overall, or we can just get out at our 1 to 3, which would be taking out this low here. So either way, we would be Gucci, but yeah. So we are just waiting to see what happens once our trading window opens. Okay, guys. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and set the limit. We are 2 minutes out from our trading window, and I don't know. The trade just looks really good. We have the market structure behind it, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and set that up, and probably aim. Well, we could really only make that much, so aim for there, and let's see what we get. And I don't think we have any news today. Thursday. Oh, new unemployment claims at 8:30. Oh, crap. That could either help us or hurt us. I don't know. It could either help us or hurt us. I think I want to take the limit off for a second. Just because it's kind of consolidating. So I don't want it to consolidate and then not want to drop off and then just shoot straight up. Because it's kind of consolidating right now. I don't like that. We're consolidating right here. I don't like that. So, and we're making hard wicks off the bottom. So I kind of want to see that either a push down or something. Okay, see now I feel more confident because we broke back down to the downside again. So I'm okay with my limit now. I'm okay setting my limit now. I don't like how strong that candle is. We have to wait and see what the next candle does. I don't like it, especially because 8:30 is about to start on this next candle. I'm gonna get ready though. Set my shit. I just don't like how strong that candle was. I'd rather wait. Damn. This would have been a fast ass trade, bro. I definitely missed that shit, but that shit was just going up too strong. I didn't like it. We're going to have to watch the reaction at the zone because we just had trendline break, came in, respected it, and it's continuing back up. So we're going to have to see the reaction that we get up here. I have to wait and be patient, see the reaction. So let's wait. Let's just wait. Okay, so with the consolidation, I'm really not liking this setup anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the limit, just because our news candle brought us down and it's been respecting to the upside once again. So we're probably gonna wait for a brand new setup, or we just not gonna catch a trade today, because I don't know, or I'm just gonna see the reaction that we get at the zone if it does make it back up there. But we're definitely have to wait for something to happen before we can do anything. So we're definitely gonna wait. All right, so I took the limit off just because it started consolidating. I don't like this price action whatsoever. So I kind of don't expect this zone to hold anymore. I'm expecting it to pretty much just fly through, which if it does, I understand why, because of the consolidation. But it would have been a good 1 to 2 if I would have left the limit on. Would have got a quick 1 to 2 and would have been in and out. But I ended up just removing the limit just because I don't like the price action. And that is a strong candle to be entering into the trade, and it looks like it's going to hold in the zone. So we're going to wait for now just to see what we get. If we get a good rejection off of the zone, then I might take it. But if not, we're probably just going to wait for the next setup, because it looks like a buy setup could be forming right now. So we're just going to wait and see what we get here. All right, guys. So I am glad that we decided against taking this trade just because of that consolidation, because now look at it. It pushed up into the zone. So we're just going to wait for a fresh setup because it's still early. It's 9:06. So I think we should be able to get us a new setup, and then we'll be catching our trade for the day. But most likely we are avoiding a loss at this very moment, because whenever we get closures in the zone, it's not a good sign. So we are just going to be patient. This would have been a good 1 or 2, but we just missed that trade. So it is what it is. We are going to wait. Yeah, look at that. Would have been taken out right now. So I'm glad we avoided this loss. We're going to go ahead and remove that and remove this. A loss was avoided. So we're just going to wait and see what happens now. So let's delete these. And delete this. So let's reevaluate real quick. So this could be the start. Lower high, lower high. This might be a setup here. This could be a setup right here. This could be a setup. New lower high. If we hold, I like that. But we're coming up to this high here. We're gonna need to break it. I don't know. We're just gonna wait and see. I like that so far though. All right, guys. So I'm glad we didn't take this trade because we would have definitely got stopped out. But it looks like we just formed a buy setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wait for this to come back and tap us in. This is the only thing I see at this very moment, other than like this up here that we just tapped in. But I don't know. I would kind of rather wait to see what we get here. Because the buy setup looks good on all time frames. On all the time frames, the buy setup looks good. We're breaking highs on all time frames. We broke highs, except for the hour. We haven't went that high yet. But on the 30, we broke the high. On the 15, we broke the high, and definitely on the 5, we broke the high. So, just waiting to see if we get the entry. The 1 minute entry will be down here, or now it would be over here, but it didn't get tapped. So we're just waiting for our entry to come back down and tap us in. If we don't get a trade, it'll be just another day without a trade, but at least we avoided an L today. So I'm happy about that for sure. Happy about that. So we're just going to wait and see what we get here. Okay, guys, so I did want to take the buy setup off of this. The only reason I'm not gonna take it is just because if you go to the higher time frame, we are very much bearish. Like we tapped into a zone up here and we did not break it. So I'm not confident with the buys. So I would be waiting for a bearish setup to happen, which it looks like it's happening right now. I would just need this candle to push down as well. If we get that push down on that candle, then we'll be good. But we're just gonna sit on our hands and wait. I do want to see this candle close bearish. If it closes bearish, then I will go ahead and take that. Okay, guys, we're still watching the chart to see what happens, but I'm looking to see this trend line break. I would definitely like, yep, I would like to see that happen, and then we end up catching this up here. This is what I would like to see. So we're just waiting to see it close like that. And then, okay, I would like to see this trend line break, hold, and break this low here, because that will give me a great indication that we are looking to continue back down. So I'm just waiting for this line here to get broken with the downward push, and then I would look to take this box here. But if not, then we're going to continue to sit on our hands and wait, or we just might not end up taking a trade at all today. So we're just going to wait and see what the market gives us, but it looks like it is forming a new lower high because the old one is over here, the old high, and it hasn't broken it. So, and it's low-key in a consolidation. Like, we are trapped within here in this range. We've been in this range for quite some time. So I don't even know if we're gonna catch a trade today. We might not, because it's consolidating like crazy. Shoot, it's more like this right here, for real, for real. This and this. It's more so what it's doing. So I would like to see this break to the downside, honestly. A good break to the downside is definitely needed. So I would like to see a strong push down, break this low, and then come back up, tap us in, and boom, take out all of this shit down here. Okay, guys, so It looks like the buy setup is playing out at this moment. I'm not entered in it just because it didn't look too good to me. Like everything is just screaming sells. I mean, on the lower time frames, it looks like we're flipping bullish, but on a higher time frame, I don't know. Like it makes sense because it's overall going up, but I just don't like that it's not stronger buy candles. So I don't know. I'm kind of trying to stay patient and just see what happens because I don't know. Like this, it looked somewhat okay, but it just wasn't super strong for me. Like I don't know. If I would have maybe had my limit still and would have been entered looking for 1, 2, 3, we would almost be out. But I don't know. I just didn't take it. I wasn't too confident in the setup. But I did see it, but I just didn't take it. It didn't look that good to me. So if it plays out, great. But I didn't take it. I'm not gonna lie. If I were in this trade, I would have took my 1 to 3 and I'd have been done. Just because we still haven't broken this high here, and it got super weak up here. It was just fighting the EMA the entire time in order to continue its way up, but like it was strong and then it just started to get weak at the top, which kind of shows that it doesn't want to go up. It wants to go down. So I'm waiting to see if we do get a bearish setup because we haven't broken the high here. We came back to tap into this, so it could just drop from here like crazy because it came back to tap into that setup up here actually, this one here with the swing high up there. So it came back up to this, drop one more, yeah. So it came back up into that, literally like touched it and went bearish again. So I don't know, I'm probably just gonna stay away for now. I do like that we are making a new setup, or could make a new setup, because if it pushes back up, it'll make a small um it'll probably make a small buying candle, bullish candle, and then we get the continuation back down to the downside. So we're just waiting to see what we get here because that is our new higher low. Today is my last trading day of the week. So I would like to see a sell setup happen here. I would like to see this trend line broken. Yeah, like that. I would like to see this trend line broken and then a push to the downside. But it is what it is. Can't control what the market wants to do. So we might just not catch anything today, and it might just be a no trade day once again. At least we avoided a fucking L. So I'm okay with that. I just would like to catch a trade today, but it is what it is if we don't. But yeah, I would have liked to catch a nice trade today. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go find something to do for a couple minutes while this sets up or does whatever the fuck it's doing. My ass is hurting and I want to get up. So I'm gonna go ahead and find something to do for a little bit while this does whatever it does. It's either gonna make a setup or it's not. So I'm gonna step away real quick. So yeah, I'll be back. Okay guys, we are back. So I decided to set a sell limit right before I end up hopping off the charts because we had this form up here. And then I seen it push down and I just wasn't really sure if we were going to get the entry or not. But we ended up getting the entry and it worked out in our favor. So once I seen it drop down, I believe it was on this candle right here. No, it was this one right here where it fell under TP1. I decided to move my stop loss into profit just so I don't have to monitor it. And if it were to come back up, at least we get some profit and we're not taking an L on since we were trading past our trading window. Just want to play it safe, rather be safe than sorry. But overall, great trade. It did play out. It hit 1 to 3 and then decided to reverse. So I am very happy with where we got in and out on the market today. I wish I was able to show the profits, but I can't just because it is not 6 o'clock yet. But you can see here, we did hit overall take profit. Oh, hold on. Yep, there you go. So you can see there, we did get overall take profit. So overall, happy with the trade. I believe we made 7 and change on this trade, like 718 or something like that. So great trade overall. Happy with the way today went, played out. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Please like, comment, subscribe, and remember, stay unplugged. Deuces.